Sorry? What do you mean, can I be the art mod? No, we're gonna go live here, so yeah. I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about. We do not need any moderators at this moment as we have a whole lot of people already, so yeah. Maybe at some point later if we need more. Hello, we are live, it looks like. At least we should be.
Yeah. I had to wait a minute with my mic muted so I could actually mute the live.
My sister's over here listening to the podcast from her computer, and it's she can hear my voice out, and then it's delayed in hers.
I can hear delays.
That's pretty funny. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome for all those people who are watching on YouTube, as well as people who are here in our community server. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. And I will pass this off to the host yourself, Artemis.
Is that Nugs? Is that you that's got the feedback?
Do I have feedback? I don't think so.
I can hear somebody.
Dead silence.
Oh wait, I know where it is.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
Open.
I'm listening to it over from I'm listening to the echo from the live, and no, it's not me. So,
hi YouTube. Hi Discord. We now have our own Discord. We are hosting ourselves. It's scary. I'm nervous. Be gentle.
Nah, don't do that.
Don't be gentle.
No,
give me
gentle with me when I first joined.
I was gentle-ish. Emiko's artwork is already going up in the chat. I love it, except for the one that I hate. And now that I mentioned it, guess what we're gonna get? We're gonna get that one that I hate. But welcome everyone. Welcome to our first podcast live stream on YouTube and on our official Discord server. We do have a couple of Spellbound employees who have jumped over to our server as well. They're hanging out here as well. Dad's here, but not like live. I think Dad's having a family time, so try not to laugh loudly on the mic. But go ahead, laugh as loud. I'm always laughing on mic.
No, it was.
Okay, I want everyone to take a look at Emiko's artwork right there. That picture of Matthias without a shirt. He has no arms and he has no teeth.
What?
Like, he doesn't have any teeth.
Geez.
Look at it.
He does.
No, he doesn't. It's a shadow, and it looks like he has no teeth. He has no arms, and his eyes can look at you through your
teeth.
soul.
I can see a little bit of teeth. It's a little hard, but I can see some. It reminds me of like the Face app thing. You know, remember the app called Face app where you could do all the different like hairstyles and you can make yourself old or young or something like that. Reminds me of that because they had a smile setting where you could add a smile to somebody's photo. So some people made some really weird looking, unnatural smiles on photos. People weren't smiling. Just like this picture Emiko put out with the Matt smiling here, just with the teeth. It just looks so weird.
I don't know why they do something weird to the eyes when they post thumbnails.
We were talking about that earlier.
It does well, from what I understand from everything that they have said. It does really well when you brighten somebody's eyes on thumbnails, because that's the first thing that psychologically what people are drawn to when they look at a face. They look right at the eyes. So if the eyes are captivating, then they're more able to click on the thumbnail, I guess.
That's great if they don't look like a psychopath like Woods does in that picture.
I know. I am posting. You'll see my personal account posting the Discord and the YouTube chat, and you can go ahead and join us there if you are over on YouTube, because I literally just threw it up on Spellbound and was all like, "Hey, we're live. You guys should join," and just put the YouTube. I didn't even put the Discord up because I was in a hurry. Oh, everyone's enjoying the emotes. I made those. I actually made those for Matthias on his project that he's working on. And since they're mine, I don't need to ask permission to use my own artwork. And then the upset, you guys love the upsetty spaghetti. So, oh, Emiko, I love it. That's gonna be next week's video right there, huh? Well, let's jump into this week's episode. I don't really have any beats, so we're just gonna talk about what really happened. Because I mean, it was more of a dramatic episode than anything.
It was very dramatic. Yeah, it was more of the it was very mysterious, with they showed the video and all the things that they had found in that little building. So there's a lot to theorize about as far as this little garage building goes, as well as this location 3 that we have yet to see for the next episode when that comes out.
Yeah, well, we kind of saw a glimpse at location 3, and it didn't look like. I mean, when we were told about location 3 on Wednesday, I'm thinking like those like mansions that the Scooby-Doo gang would always find themselves in. So that's what I'm picturing when I'm thinking location 3, and I'm like,
I'm thinking like a massive warehouse, but like another house.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked like another kind of office area, maybe. I don't know. Because the theory is that the studio is location 5, right?
Yeah.
That's the theory. So if that's the theory, then location 3 should be similar, I guess. But why would you have 2 locations in the same area, let alone the same state? That to me is interesting because it's supposed to be Syntech's supposed to be worldwide, correct?
Yeah. So
why would you have 2 locations in the same area? So I that's always that boggles me. But what did everyone think about Woods throwing his vial?
I think I'll give my input on that. I kind of saw it coming when he went right the first. Whoa, wow! Whoa. When he first said, "I'm gonna go throw this out," when he picked up the garbage can, I was like, "Yeah, he's gonna go and toss the vial." I was like, "There's no way he's just gonna throw that away in the middle of shooting, in the middle of a video. Like, that's something that they would usually just cut out in editing." So I was like, "Yeah, he's definitely gonna go do something." And so right as I saw it, I was like, "Yep." I dropped it. That was
Yeah, when I heard the glass break, I was like, yeah. But even before then, I was telling Mistress and Compsite Girl when we were talking before the episode, and they were like, well, the missing vial, what do you think about that? And I was all like, Woods destroyed his.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
It didn't shock me. I just thought he might have done it better than just throwing it at a wall.
Yeah. I know. Well, the thing is like, when I'm thinking dumping out the serum, I'm thinking about actually like dumping it into like cat litter, because that's what you do for like safety spills, is that you put cat litter on top of it, it absorbs it, and then you just throw you just dispose of the cat litter. But no, we're just gonna throw it at a concrete wall and just contaminate everything. And did anyone else hear The audio flicker
Yeah.
when Sam got close to the cure. Yes.
Yeah.
Concrete
Yeah.
one. Yes. So the cure's radioactive as well.
I don't think I picked that up.
Yeah, when Sam gets close and she's like, "What did you do? What'd you do?" You can kind of hear the audio track messing up. And I
Interesting.
can't let me look. I'm pretty sure you can actually see it on the camera, that the camera kind of picks it all up. But don't quote me on that. I love Matt's I loved his glasses ad in the beginning.
Oh, that
You can tell he felt
frustrated me.
awkward about did it?
So, Artemis, are you watching the YouTube chat at all or no? Because if not, I can.
I'm just trying to find the timestamp because you have Sam looking through the warehouse looking for a weapon, and then she hears the glass break.
Yeah,
And
that's
how
the weirdest thing as well. Which tells her to look for a weapon of any sort that she can just use in case. And she's looking at all the stuff that they've grabbed. Why?
I don't know. I think. Okay, it's at 7 minutes and 10 seconds. If you want to go back into the video, you can kind of hear static going on in the background of the audio track. And we know from when they went over to the radioactive area, the radioactive spike, the serum causes audio influxes and visual influxes, but I can't see any visual right now, but you can kind of hear it. And it'd be interesting to know. I mean, of course, we're going to be all focused on Woods and Sam next episode, and we're going to be focused on Matt trying to find them and trying to rescue them. But I'm curious to know what's happening at that spill. So, is that contaminating anything? Because we know that the radioactive site, there was life's blood spilt all over the ground, and then this like black spores and fungus on the ground. Like, could that have been stemmed from life's blood?
Or
Any
from
thoughts?
what Woods is just thrown on the floor.
Well, I'm saying when they went to the radiation spike, they saw red liquid on the ground that we can only assume was life's blood. So, is that black fungus that was on the ground that was growing everywhere in that location, was that because of life's blood?
I think, if you think about it, radiation can do a whole lot of sort of things. So I think if it emits enough radiation, I think it could do something like that. And obviously with the Geiger counter, they had this. The spikes you could hear it in the video. It was really loud. So if it had emitted that much radiation, I think something could happen. But I do feel like it would have had to been prolonged exposure more than just right on the spot, radiation right there. I think it would have had to been more of a prolonged exposure to grow that sort of, what were you calling it? Spores or whatever you were calling it? Yeah,
the fungus.
Fungus. That's it.
It was a black
I
fungus,
think
which fungus is a type of bioweapon. If you look at the description, if you look at the definition of bioweapon, fungus is a type of bioweapon, because if you the whole spores thing that we all made fun of Matthias. Maybe he was on to something.
What, that 16-hour chat you gave about spores?
Yeah, and, like, people just, like, made fun of him about it. Maybe he was onto something because that black foreshadowing with the spores. We see this black fungus, and then we're told later, I know I'm hopping through the episode, but we're told later that the serum moves around avoiding the antidote in the body. And
Yeah, that makes my mind just explode because I don't know of anything that will move around the body to avoid something else.
Unless it was something almost said synthetic.
or something that can think. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking
something
I'm thinking of
sentient.
Venom.
Yeah,
not
that's what I
like
was
not the
thinking too.
snake, but Venom like
Yeah.
the Marvel Venom.
Mm-hmm. No, I was thinking it would had to have been something that had like in a way kind of like a parasite. Yeah, venom parasites. Grace said here.
The
It would have had to
symbiotic
been yeah.
symbiotic.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was really weird when I saw that. I was like, what? What is this?
What is that, mistress?
Do you think we can tolerate a late arrival to the stage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The moderators and staff, you can pull yourself up on stage at any time.
Yeah,
any time.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, hi.
Tubbo, yes, you can. Hi, comp sci girl. We're talking about how the serum can move around. Serum moves around and avoids the antidote. And I'm thinking Venom symbiosis type of thing.
I was thinking, like, you know how there's, like, certain things that are, like, hydrophobic, whatever? So, avoiding it in some regard, so it acts like how hydrophobic materials work.
Mm-hmm.
That's what came to mind.
The first thing that came to my mind was the HIV virus. Because let me look up the actual statistics. Go ahead, talk amongst yourself.
I'm on a tangent of trying to find out if there's anything that.
Not right now, Rainbow Cloud. I'm not exactly sure if we're gonna open. Are we gonna open this up to the audience later on, or is okay? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we will be opening the audience up to joining up here in the stage soon. But at this moment, we're just going to continue going through the episode. We'll let you know when that happens. And there's a raise hand feature in the recording room chat or VC that will let us know that you would like to come up and talk. And as far as
could it work like? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Nugs.
I was like, who's going ahead? I was going to say, for those of you who are listening on YouTube, if you'd like to come and be a guest on this podcast, the server invite should be in the chat posted by some of us there. If you'd like to come in and say hi, we have some other chats as well on the server. You can just hang out with us. So yeah, and I'll let Artemis speak again.
Well, I think it was comp side that was going to say something. What were you going to say about the?
I think work like, you know how like those dyes that when you go get like medical tests on the dyes that can go to certain parts of the body, like the tracers.
Yeah,
could it work like
the
that?
ferrofluid.
Yeah, because actually when we were looking up ferrofluid, I remember we didn't dive too deep into it yet, but I remember reading something about it, like being able to, what did it say, Kaylin? It was something about like it something attaching to something and being able to, hold on, where's my notes? Wait.
I'm just thinking, doesn't ferrofluid just pass through the system though? Because it kind of dissolves itself.
It's something weird though. I remember noting it down when we were looking it up. Hold up, formaldehyde, no. Where's ferrofluid? Ferrofluid. Okay, so there was a study that said the objective of the recent study was to adapt immobilized human serum albumin onto the surface of magnetic beads for the purpose of ligand fishing. I probably said that wrong. Ligand? I do apologize. They also have used it for drug delivery for the use of magnetic nanoparticles as drug carriers in targeted therapy in cancer treatments.
Yeah.
So ferrofood is used in that regard. I mean, magnetic nanoparticles as a drug carrier, so I guess they would use magnets in some regard to move things, but I don't know if that it could go. If you want to go down to like the different like the polarization of like I guess elements and stuff, if what repels each other and stuff at electron levels, I guess you can do that, but I feel like that's very deep.
Yeah, it is, and the way it is described that the serum moves around and it avoids the antidote. One of our moderators, Siraxa, has been saying for a long time that he believes that the serum, the life's blood, is alive. That it's and if it is,
either that or it's magnetic.
Magnetic would make sense.
But how would it avoid the antidote?
Yeah,
And the antidote.
Magnet.
That's what I was saying about like repelling.
So like water and oil.
Yeah, so it would be something that, again, hydrophobic, things that repel each other that are because of the electrons and such.
I think it would be. She would have, because this is Deb that wrote that. I think she would have said that they repel each other, not avoid. The word avoid means like it intentionally goes somewhere where it's like it's thinking.
That it's smart enough to know where the antidote is going to go next, and it goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
like nanobot technology or something.
Well,
crazy.
What I'm thinking is if it is, if you go back and you listen to Matthias's whole spiel on spores are living, like that is a living thing. And now we're getting into, what's that horror movie where the trees are attacking us? The Happening?
Lord of the Rings? Oh.
No, The Happening. No, not Treebeard. Treebeard doesn't attack us. He fights for us. No, I'm thinking because they release a chemical. They release a chemical to wipe out humanity because humanity is like the deforestation that's happening. The trees have decided to create a bioweapon and attack us with it because they see us as a parasite. So I'm kind of thinking that this fungus is living in kind of not a symbiote, because a symbiote is a creature that lives in or on a creature and it gives something, but it also takes something. And is the serum doing that? Is it a symbiote? Is it giving the host strength, but also taking something from them that makes them weak? If that makes sense.
Yeah, a different kind of weak.
Yeah, because
like
we do know,
or a disfigurement or something like that.
Like I keep going with leprosy.
Yeah.
So there's just so much, and I can only handle so much superhero stuff. No.
Well, I remember, I think it was my first time, the first podcast that I had guested in before I came in on the team. I had mentioned the whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I have background noise.
You're fine.
I had mentioned the what is it called? The super serum from like Captain America, Winter Soldier, all that stuff, all that serum. You know, I had mentioned that, and I was super soldier. Thank you. That's the word I was missing. But I had brought that up, and it's something that's still on the table as far as what this is. It's still, no, exotic. I'm sorry, but it's something that's still on the table, and it's definitely I've seen it discussed on a lot of places, Spellbound, Reddit. So I think it's still a possibility.
Well, one of the things about the Phantom, was it the Phantom or was it the Stalker that said he needed the injections to live? Anyone know?
Let me
Give
check
me
the
1
transcript.
second.
Yeah, well, we have to, because the Phantom, I associate the Phantom as Darth Vader mask guy. You know. I have to go back up. This is where a timeline would be really handy.
Kind of a, a beats on what happened in the video. Yeah.
I'm doing a dig at the science babe.
We're working on it.
I saw glimpses.
An episode 1.
I saw their glimpses of their timeline, and it is so detailed and so interactive.
Oh, it's super detailed. Yeah.
That it lags when you try to load it all.
There was a lot of data, and there's still more data to put in. We're trying to go as fast as we can through that, but that we didn't get time to finish. So.
Well, because Strike 1 when the Phantom was running around, or was that still Stalker? Because if that was Stalker, then that suggests that it is.
Yeah, that was Stalker. Agreeing with people in chat. The Phantom, the first strike from the Phantom was the computer, the Apple II.
Oh, okay.
The first strike or the second strike?
Strike 1.
Strike, but it was
okay.
Strike 1 was the Mountaineer, and I don't know if that was, because in my head the Stalker and the Phantom are different people, and if Strike 1 was done by the Stalker, then the Stalker and the Phantom are the same person.
Yeah, that was my conclusion, was that it's just a progression from Stalker to Phantom.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, and I was thinking along the lines of the fact that the original Stalker wasn't wearing any sort of the breath mask, wasn't wearing any of that when he was first coming in, but now he's wearing it. So I was thinking possible second person, but who knows?
Hi, this modern day.
Same person.
Hey guys, driving home.
Hey.
Sorry for the bad audio.
Oh my god!
Don't go through tunnels.
No. Also, I found LAPD phone text messages to whoever they were talking to said she's the reason I need that serum in the first place.
That
took a lot of digging.
Search for the word serum.
You got there a lot faster than any of us could.
Don't search our transcripts for the word serum. It comes up 43 times.
Yeah,
that idea.
You can thank Kaylin for the transcripts. She sat through all the videos the second time and sat there and transcribed all that stuff.
Thank you.
I've probably got another one to do
mistress.
now.
Yeah, definitely. So okay. So they say, he said that I need those injections to survive. And a lot of people assume that that was life's blood, but it's actually the clear serum he was referring to, because that's the only thing that the team had at the moment. So.
Yes and no. So we haven't seen the clear serum come back up again.
Well, the thing is if this thing is a symbiote, let's say life's blood is a symbiote, it's going to need something from the host. And
I'm wondering now if that theory is right. Sorry.
Yeah, and this could be killing the host. So therefore he needs these kind of injections that kind of pacifies the symbiote, if that makes sense.
I'm stepping back one. This clear serum is the symbiote.
You think
and
that?
The life's blood is what it needs to continue making the host stronger.
But why would he intentionally inject himself with it and then blame Deb for doing it?
But the Phantom didn't. Wes did. And we don't know that Wes is the Phantom. Not 100%.
Because I don't know if...
Wes was never named in those letters that were in the RV.
Wes
one
wasn't?
Of those emails I was wrong.
Interesting. So, I don't think, unpopular opinion time. I do not think that the Phantom is Wes. because of what was said at We Are 863. When I isolated, they pulled up one of my articles, Sam and Woods did, and I know that they were like, I can't hear the accent. No, it's flat out British accent. Wes, we have already heard on the tape, and he does not have a British accent. But we did find out that on this tape, there is a British accent on the tape that Woods and Sam finds in this like lab.
Yeah, so it is potential that the guy on the videotape is related to the Phantom, because that guy was quite old. So unless this serum makes you younger.
Yeah, and can run fast, and I can't picture that guy running faster than I can.
I don't think he could run faster than me, and I have leg problems.
Yeah, it's there's so many theories. I know there's so many theories on the serum. What about the formula? Let's see. I have it PP plus NL N2 plus H2O plus question mark.
You said PP. Haha.
We
So
have
glad my
ideas on
producer's
that.
here.
He comes in
ideas.
just to say that.
We have ideas on that. We've been
I've
looking
been
into.
here and I haven't left.
What?
I think he's underwater now.
No, he said, I've been here, I haven't left.
Oh.
He's making sure he's keeping us in line, making sure we're not going too crazy.
Nugs speaks Aquaman, apparently. So, Comp Sci and Mistress, what was your what are you guys were diving into the formula equation thing? What?
Yeah. So the first part, we think that means Project Pegasus serum. So PP Project Pegasus serum plus the what was it?
NL92.
That we looked up online. And we found this really, really small thing that exists that's called that is a histamine blocker, which we thought was interesting because they said that test subjects should not have allergies, or it's very important to know if they have allergies, and histamines are associated with allergies.
I take histamine blockers, so yeah.
I have allergies, so yeah, antihistamines. You think about So we're like, okay, so maybe that's me. It was something really small. It was like a patent on Google that I found that was like, it was really weird how we found it, but we found it.
Yeah.
And then H2O is water, and then plus some other element. She did say Wes would know what the element was, and that made me think maybe Wes was a chemist of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But the elements, we're looking at the periodic table. There's potassium, carbon, and neon that were on the periodic table. So neon, I still don't know how they think that could fit in, because that's a noble gas that can't mix with anything. It doesn't play well with anything. Whereas potassium and carbon, those can actually be messed with and mixed with other things, because one of the things that was in the RV was actually a mix of potassium and something that was potassium permanganate. So in carbon, there was also something in the RV that had carbon in it, the gunpowder. So, and also if you mix, there's potential for explosive problems mixing some of those things together, which could explain why the Phantom's mask was damaged.
Interesting. Well, okay, so we know, let me go back to my notes, last week's notes.
There was part of a formula on the ones that Matt found as well, which was
Yes.
NL92 plus 65 ml of PP serum.
Yeah.
So
Can you
again,
read that to me
the
again?
same form. Do you want me to just type it up for?
Yeah, can you read what Matt's formula was?
NL92 plus 65 ml of PP serum.
That's how we got Project Pegasus serum.
NL92 plus what?
65 ml.
65
milliliters of PP serum.
And so L92 has appeared, and we believe that that's an antihistamine.
Yeah, NL92 is commonly used in really strong antihistamines.
Okay. Interesting. Is NL92 a liquid or is that a aerosol?
A liquid.
Could it be an aerosol? Sorry, you are actually getting like this is what it's like to be behind the scenes when they're coming up with theories. I haven't had the time to actually sit down and dissect all this.
I don't think it could, mostly because it attacks the histamine receptors.
Okay.
So I don't, and it's specifically one receptor, so I think it's more likely to be a liquid. Powder, maybe.
Wow.
Hey, Kaylin, could those two white, like, remember in the RV, the nondescript white pills? Could have those been antihistamines?
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking because we never figured out what those were. They were just nondescript white pills sitting in a beaker.
Yeah, nothing marked on them at all, so that we could see anyway.
Yeah. And I slowed that video down. I could not see anything.
Well, I'll have to like come back to this. It's to me, it's almost an equation. Break it down, maybe. Ugh.
It is, but I don't think it's an equation that we're gonna solve.
No.
We've got the NL92, but NL92 could be a content of a thing, but we don't know at all what's in PP serum, so kind
We only have
of
guesses.
worthless until we get that.
Yeah. Huh.
Why was the
Trying to
periodic
think?
table split in
I'm
half?
going through NL quickly in my head, and
There is nothing on the periodic table with NL.
no, I wasn't going
That was
through
our
that.
first thought.
I was going through words and stuff and combinations in my head just really quickly right now. And the only thing that popped up was Nelson's life.
Neurological.
I mean,
Neurological.
yeah.
This is why Brandon gets the big bucks here. And by that, I mean peanuts. Well, let's go to something that we can maybe theorize a little bit. Who the hell's Kendall?
There's a name we haven't heard before.
I found that very interesting, and I was thinking it could possibly have been either a subject or an employee working there that had just had it there and left it, but I couldn't. I kind of looked around with the evidence lists, and I didn't see anything. At least I don't think I saw anything relating to the name Kendall.
No, there's nothing at all in our info that says Kendall. I feel like we've been through it with the pretty fine-toothed comb as well. I could be wrong. Let's do it. Nope, no Kendall in that file. Mind you, this could take a while with all the files we've got. No.
Yeah.
Ignore the one file. I'm putting the name under the list of people under Syntech Other.
Oh, I think I've already done the search before you did that, so you're okay.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of theorizing. Sorry, I was just adding some moderators to our chat in YouTube. Ink Knight and Nate, I have made you a moderator over on YouTube, and the cover addict. Would you like to be a moderator over there as well? I see you active over there. Okay. Thank you guys.
It's an interesting idea. Somebody said, Rainbow Cloud said, could Kendall be the woman on the tape that was the scientist? Which woman are you referring to? The main one was Deb. We know that for sure.
She's talking they're talking about the tape, the VHS tape.
Oh.
Where you had that like pretty lady that was like holding up the vial like, ooh.
I feel like that was B-roll. I mean, it could be, but in my opinion, I don't think that it's would have been an actual scientist. I think that was just B-roll footage or just footage for their little invite notes. Come and join. Come and see our test trials.
The first thing that I thought of, because Woods kind of reacted when she came up on screen, but he was reacting to the red liquid. I was all like, is that Deb?
Yeah.
So was I.
But we know that she wasn't going to location 3 because she knew it was a trap. So I don't think that's her in the tape at location 3. Because we know that location 5 is where she worked and location 5 is where the studio is. And we know that the reasoning behind that is because we know that was Deb's office that was at the studio. So therefore that's location 5. Very definitely interesting.
I did find that video interesting as well, the tape on the video on the tape. And I had mentioned it earlier, but I don't think that the guy that was talking throughout that entire little video there, I don't think he's anybody like important. I feel like he's just a I feel like he's just a spokesperson or just somebody they had record it.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
Hired.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
like a hired actor from Syntech hired actors or something for those videos. I don't know.
Again, I would put Matthias up there with is it the Rust brothers that made Infinity Wars, and is that the Rust brothers? It's
Russo.
something brothers.
The Russo, yeah.
Russo brothers. I put Matthias up there with them on Red Herrings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So even though I could hear a British accent in the Phantom's voice, and of course I'm waiting for a British accent to appear, but I did not think that that's what that person would look like in my head. I hate to judge people, but I mean, he would be old now. There was no date on the tape. I do have a theory, but I need Mistress or Comp. Can you tell me the date of the very first video map finding the 863 key?
Yes, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Actually, we have that at the separate document.
April
Hold on.
4th.
You have more documents?
April what?
April 4th, 2018.
We have, hold on, I can tell you how many documents we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus the digital timeline, plus all of our screenshots. Yeah.
And how many of those are as full as the one that you had on Spellbound Plus?
One of them is the one that's on. That's what you see on Spellbound Plus is a fraction of what was actually in our other documents.
Yes.
Oh wow! Wow.
Okay, I have a theory now.
Ooh, let's go.
Okay, April 4th, 2008 was when they found the 863 key, when that video was released.
Yeah.
2018. That's when Matthias found the 863 key.
Yes.
We don't know the date on the tape, but I think it's just weird that 8 days later, Project Pegasus is opening at location 3 on April 12th. Could Project Pegasus, to me, I like to look at dates and I like to see things line up. Could Project Pegasus have been finished on April 4th?
How would the key get up in there though? Have we
No,
added
I'm just
to the
saying.
timeline?
No, I'm not saying that video was recorded in 2018. I'm
Ah.
saying that the moment that Project Pegasus came online, basically, because usually companies don't just come online and then debut their product. So they test their products and they wait maybe a week until they release their products. So I'm just in my head, Project Pegasus started on April 4th. And maybe I don't know what year would you guys guess that Project Pegasus came online?
Officially?
Did you guys have a guess
Okay.
for that?
Like officially done or officially started? Because officially started is different than officially done. Officially started, we have a guess. Officially done, we don't have a guess yet.
Done.
Officially done, it would have to be after, I believe, it would have to be after 1997 because there were there was still testing going on based on the patient files, I would say. But when did Syntec close? They closed that was listed in our thing. Syntec closed its doors.
Was that 2017, wasn't it?
No, I think it was sooner than that. Where was it? Hold on. Dig through timeline.
2019.
Thank you.
Okay.
You got to that document before I did. So yeah, it would have to be sometime after 1997, but before 2019. So.
Okay. April 4th, 1998, I believe Project Pegasus was done. April 4th, 2018, Matthias finds a key. So they're 20 years apart exactly to the day, maybe even to the hour, to the minute. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in my head, this video wasn't debuting. I'm going to write this in the chat. The video was not debuting Project Pegasus until... I have no evidence for this, by the way, guys. We'll say 2018. A year after they opened. That's when they debuted it. Sorry, not 2018. Let me edit that. April 12th, 1998. So then Project Pegasus was done April 4th, 1998.
Maybe 99.
PP done. April. So I'm trying to fit in this like time travel thing. April 4th, 2018. Matt finds key. Exactly 20 years apart. That's my theory. I hope it's not, because that's so neat and tidy and I love it.
There are a lot of things that we find that are potentially coincidence or physically placed coincidences. Like the amount of times the number 3 has come up.
3?
Anyone notice that? Yeah, number 3.
Yeah. Well, 3 subjects.
3 subjects. 3 people
3
died in the fire.
clovers. Or 3 hearts. 3 people died in the fire.
3 snakes.
Existing airport, exactly. Coincidence, I think not. It's one of those that it's like, I would love that, because that to me, that would mean that Deb had planned this down to the day, down to the hour, down to the minute that Matthias pulled that key out. Was exactly 20 years that Project Pegasus came online. Exactly.
Yeah.
That to me
get the impression that she completely controlled Matthias actually starting the studio in the first place.
Yeah. So to me, that would just that that comes true. Please, where is she? She's not even online right now. I know you're watching. I know you're listening, Chanel or Matt. I want this. I really want this because that to me is just that would make Deb, that would make Deb the master manipulator, that she knew that she would have to hide this key in exactly 20 years, down to the minute, the second that Project Pegasus came online. Matt would find that key and he would be the source to take down Project Pegasus. Because we do know that Cyphus, like, we have been told that Project 863, Project 863 is to stop Cyphus. So
I found it really interesting that Project 863 is to stop Cyphus, but we've had zero contact with Cyphus.
Well, I think what that means is to stop Project Pegasus. Because that's Cyphus's project, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was his project. So it is to stop Cyphus is to stop Project Pegasus. So I think we should probably open the stage now.
Now that we've blown everybody's minds, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Again, take that theory as a grain of salt. That is just me noticing that two events happened in April and that it could have happened that way. That even though it said on the tape April 12th, that is when they debuted it, not when it came online, when it became when it became what is that, Skynet aware, self-aware. Like God, if only you guys could see my notes and all the dates and numbers and formulas I have on here. But all right, let's go ahead and open this to our lovely audience who's here on Discord. If you are watching us live on YouTube or you are listening to us in the future on our other podcast platforms, there is links down in the description of where you can get a hold of us if you have any theories, if you have any because again, the discussion doesn't stop at this podcast. As soon as we shut down the recording room, it does not stop here. This Discord is designed to keep that conversation going, and for all of us to, whether we're a premium member or whether we are just a casual watcher, this Discord is designed to keep the conversation flowing and going and kind of build this community. So one good avenue of sending us your theories is Twitter. Another good avenue is Spellbound. You are free to DM me at any time. Rubber Ducky, Grace, they all know that they can pop in my DMs at any time. And give me your theories, even if you just want to chat. Just pop in my DMs over there. Do not pop in my DMs on Discord. It won't work. Discord is more of my professional, how I talk to the Spellbound team and stuff like that. So Discord is professional wise, but Spellbound, feel free to fill up my DMs, since Matthias is completely full and you can never DM him on there. Feel free to DM me. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see if you have, again, Nugs mentioned it earlier. Existing airport, you can always DM me. Always. And you can also, she's just thinking it's funny that she can DM me on Discord. All right. If you have anything that you would like to contribute about this episode or about what we have talked about, there's a raise a hand feature. It's just like Zoom. I will call upon you guys and just keep those up in the air. Again, disclaimer, you must be at least 14 years old or older, because we are live streaming this. It is being monetized. The federal law says I cannot monetize if you are under 14 years old, and I can't make money off of 13-year-olds. So you must be 14 years old. If you sound like you're 8, you're going to get kicked. I'm sorry. You are welcome here, but you can't write to me instead your theories. Okay, I see Grace. Grace, I'm going to invite you to speak. Just click it up at the top. Hi, Grace.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have a theory?
Well, my theory is that when Woods and Sam actually went to the location where the tape was,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was kind of suspicious when they found more of the serum. Like, I was thinking, like, my original theory that I was thinking is like, oh, what if they found and located more of those serums or the anti-counter agent, and then it's possible. And I also was kind of angry and upset that Woods literally smashed his part of his serum.
I think all of us were. Especially the ones with science-based backgrounds. We're all like, really, dude?
So dispose of chemicals.
Yeah, he should know better. He's like the his warehouse. He's very I don't he's very like a handyman type of thing. He should know that a responsible way of disposing chemicals. He's poured on cat litter. But did you guys want to take any of her theories or questions?
No, I don't really have anything. I mean, I already kind of put out my piece on Woods throwing it away. So
yeah,
it was a bit of a disappointment because kind of building up to that point, I thought when he said, "Oh, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet," I thought, "Oh, he's not going to do anything. You know, he might not throw it away. We might have all 4 still." But then, no.
Yeah. I saw somebody said that, well, this is how Woods dies because they're all going to need the cure. And he just threw his way. Well, counter agent.
Someone else's. We know it's a counter agent.
We know it's a counter agent, and well, yeah. We won't go into that, but
no. Let's not set you off again.
Yeah, we won't go into that again, but this is how clearly it's designed to do something. So is this the end of Woods because he threw his away and they're going to need that later on? Interesting, huh?
Technically there's a spare.
Well,
Subject 4 is a lot of us.
Yeah, but Quinn's hanging around them now and hanging around the stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's a little scary now. So did that answer your questions, Grace?
Did, Artemis. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Raven, I'm gonna invite you to speak. Go ahead and click the top. Hi. You're muted.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
So, what do you have to say about this episode or what we've been discussing?
Oh, I was watching one part. I was thinking about when Woods asked about the K on the periodic table, and I looked up, and then it said potassium.
Yeah, it's potassium. I don't think potassium is a stabilizer, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, Comp or Mistress.
Am I the only one who can't hear her very well?
No, I don't think it's the stabilizer necessarily. We do think it could be a part because we were looking at mixtures, but we don't think it's the actual stabilizer.
I don't think it's strong enough to be.
Can you put into the chat that website that you have where they can mix chemicals?
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, I've been looking for something like that.
Yeah, CompSci's been messing with it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Where you can actually go in and YouTube, I will go ahead and put that in the chat as soon as Comp puts it in ours. And you can actually go and interact with the periodic table of elements, and you can mess around on there and see if you can figure it out. Is potassium radioactive? No, potassium is what you can find in bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope it's not radioactive.
Yeah, we might have just learned something new about
Radioactive
bananas.
I just ate a banana before I started.
Whoops.
If you check out that website at the top, it says compounds. Click that, and you can start mixing chemicals.
Okay,
Safely.
and it's also in the YouTube chat as well. Potassium is in gunpowder. Some forms of gunpowder, I believe. What they found was black powder, though. Was it? Correct me.
Theirs was called munition, so yeah, just black powder.
Yeah, it's just black powder. But carbon is a form of gunpowder, of black powder. What did it say on top of the periodic table that they found that Woods and Sam found?
Can't remember
Do we
now.
know?
It said nothing is strong enough. I'm pretty sure.
So
Yeah.
Double check transcripts. No, actually, no. That would be under periodic table. Hold up. Nothing is strong enough. Yep, I have the picture right in front of me.
nothing is strong enough. So therefore, everything that's on that side of the periodic table is a right. That's kind of what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So what was on the other one? It said something about
Stabilizing
stabilizers.
key.
Stabilizing key, and it was either carbon or neon. And I think that the stuff that Matthias found, I think, is more going to be what the formula is, because that's hidden. Where Woods and Sam are, that's not really hidden. That's clearly an area that they used, because to me, Matthias's area was hidden and out of the way, was at a location that had nothing to do with Syntech. Whereas we're in a warehouse where Syntech is everywhere. And I'm thinking that is what our bad guys already have, all this information that we just got.
Yeah.
Another thing is why would Deb say don't trust the tape? What's on the tape that she doesn't trust?
Because
Because
it did say on the piece of paper she did think it was a trap for her.
Then, yeah, but
the location for location 3.
Oh, the location. Everyone's saying that. Going to the location. Don't trust the tape. So don't trust that address, apparently.
There's also the fact that they said in the tape that it was a stable serum. So maybe it never is.
No, I mean, we flat out know that there's no way it's a stabilized serum. It's so reactive. Interesting.
But what he was reading, what he was saying in the tape, was the time-sensitive letter that Matthias found.
Yeah. Well, basically, what was said in the tape was what was said on the letter.
Yeah, it was just paraphrased.
Yeah, and with a British accent.
Oh, yes.
Well, did that answer you, Raven? I don't think potassium is our key ingredient for the formula, but then again, I've been wrong multiple times.
Syntech's whole goal is to build better bananas.
Sorry, Raven, we can barely hear you. What was that?
Yeah, that answer. It was interesting because Woods just randomly asked, "What's K?" And I was like, "Potassium."
He even said, he's like, "Is it potassium?" And I was like, oh, Woods, I want to go like pat you on the head. You got it right.
So, other theory, I was rethinking about that fire from the first season. I was thinking it's an inside job because, if I remember from the detective, there was no foul play. And I was thinking maybe it's an inside job because there would have been no evidence, no nothing, just a fire, brush it off.
Yeah. Well, there are many theories that are going around about that fire, and one of it is I've heard Cyphus has started it, Wes has started it, Deb has started it. the Phantom started it. Like, I think I saw a theory that said Matt started it because he wanted the studio. I'm like, what? We just to quote Sherlock Holmes, data, can't make bricks without clay. We can't really theorize too much about the fire until we get more data on it, I think.
Yeah, just a thought.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Raven.
Said there's no foul plays. There's about it. Like we know Deb was there, we know Wes was there, we know Nelson was there. So think about the three you have in front of us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to head off here, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Nugs. Thank you for being our NC.
Yep, I'll see you guys later. Have fun.
Bye.
All right, bye. All right, thank you so much, Raven.
Welcome.
Okay, let's see. Rainbow Cloud. I do not recognize that name. I'm going to go ahead and call on you. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, I'm hanging in there. So, do you have a theory, question, observation?
I think one of my theories is probably that when they were in the RV, I remember seeing that the Phantom's tube was broken off. And I was wondering, could that have been he was trying to get the antidote in? Because he also had the case of the case thing and had like vials in it, and some had the antidote.
The images that we see of the mask, it looks like to be a clear liquid. What do you guys think, Comp or Mistress?
Yeah, I think it's a clear liquid. I don't think there's red or blue in that. And I'm starting to think it's just sort of an oxygen vapor.
Like his lungs are damaged?
Yeah.
Also, if it was the red or the blue liquid, wouldn't the cartridges actually be stained, we would think, with some sort of color? Versus they're pretty well, like, you don't see much of a stain on them, if any. So therefore, red and blue, we feel like would leave a stain, whereas clear wouldn't.
Yeah, because we saw one just laying on the bed. And it would have left a residue, like you said, but it's just clear. But it's interesting.
The empty cartridges that we've seen have had any sort of staining or liquid left in them.
It's interesting. What color is neon in gas form?
Good question, because neon lights can be, I guess they're mixed with
color.
not really, I guess they could be any color, but I guess that depends on, I would have to look up how neon lights work. I used to know, I feel like, how they worked at some point.
Because neon, neon
is orange red.
Orange red? Because neon is used for the lungs in medicine.
Yeah.
Sorry for my flipping. Yeah, neon is used for the lungs, so maybe the symbiote takes something from the lungs? I don't know. Because I keep thinking it's a disfigurement, but not, because it's got the blood that was in the bathroom, that was gauze. And if you're coughing up blood, you cough into like a tissue or something like that. You don't actually, it's not like tuberculosis. Tuberculosis, you would cough up blood and it would be in a tissue, not in gauze. Gauze is you're cleaning a wound, superficial wound type of thing, or a wound outside the body.
So disfigurement could work because there is a description that has a disfigurement to it.
I keep thinking leprosy. I don't know. It's just the simple thing that comes in my head is leprosy. Well, did that answer your as to why one was disconnected and when light was off? We don't know. The only theory is that he's fallen apart.
Yeah.
So, well, did that answer your question, Rainbow?
Yeah, it did. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I think we have time for one more. Again, I'm sorry if you did not get featured in this podcast. There's going to be plenty more. And after we're done with this person, I do have some exciting announcements of our new platforms that are opening up. Yes, there are new platforms that are opening up. So I'm excited to announce those. But we'll go ahead and do one more. Anthony Blaze, I'm going to invite you to speak. Go ahead and, yep. Hi. Got to hit unmute too. Did it work? Hey. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going.
It's going somewhere. We don't know where yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's wrapping up. So did you have a question, observation, or a
well, it's
theory?
more of just weird deductive reasoning. So on the tape, it said Monday, April 12th. So I literally went to the calendars and went and found every single April 12th. There was like 8 up until the 1970s. And then I started looking at when TV VCRs were created. The TV VHSs were created, which knocked it down. And when VHSs got taken out from DVDs, I put it all on Spellbound, if I can ever find it. Sorry. Yeah, so...
Could you put a link to your post?
I honestly don't really know how to do that. Maybe I can.
Have
maybe
you
this is
found
it.
your post?
What is your username on Spellbound? I'll find it for you.
Tom Calder, TomCaulder. Yeah. So.
Did it narrow down to a specific year?
I got 2 dates, either 2004 or 1999. The DVDs took over VHSs in 2006, so it dropped down to 2004. VHS TV combos were created in 1980, so that brought it to the earliest before that would be 1982. And there was a Lowe's box up in the corner, and they weren't brought into California until 1999. So it's got to be it's got to either be 2004 or 1999.
Okay.
Here, I'm putting his post up in the chat.
I think you just saved me a line of thinking.
Yeah. Well, definitely disproves my theory that I really wanted to happen.
It lines up with
Well,
what we thought, though.
not really, because that's just the location 3's opening. So it's possible that the other location was already created in 1998. So your theory still holds.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I tried really hard. Well, you got to. You can't really hold on to theories. You got to let them evolve. So we'll see how this theory evolves if anyone goes out there and plays around with the theory. But yeah. But that's definitely a lot of critical thinking. Thank you so much for that, Anthony.
No problem.
That was something I was actually going to look into
what was
tomorrow,
the
so
two
thank
dates?
you.
What was the two dates again?
2004 or 1999.
Okay. Yep. I can confirm we had VHS tapes then. Though in 2004 we were starting to go into DVD DVDs. But we still did have VHS tapes.
VHS has pretty much stopped getting created by companies in 2006. So that tape couldn't, and being the company that they are, they would have made a DVD if VHSs weren't around anymore past that. So it's got to be between 2004 and 1999.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for that, Anthony. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I can actually narrow it down just once more to the 1999 date.
It's possible. I looked all the way in that video. Like, I was searching to see when the fluorescent lights were created to see if that could narrow it down.
Did you look up when DVDs first came out?
No, but
I want to say
the research VHS has died in 2006 because companies weren't making them anymore.
Yeah. DVDs started in 1997.
97, okay.
So I would lean more to the 1999 that they would still be using VHSs in most companies.
They
because
weren't
wouldn't
popular.
upgrade.
They weren't popularized because I remember around the millennial, because we all thought Y2K was going to be something.
Yeah.
Right around there, I remember, I want to say it was Disney. They were like, stay tuned for our new feature DVD. And I remember everyone's like, oh, what is that? And yeah. And I remember I was old enough to be curious about that. So I was 10 in 88. I was 10 in 98. So I can see as an 11-year-old being all excited for the new feature DVD.
I was too
If
little.
I knew what the year if I knew what that model of camera was, I might have been able to narrow it down even further, but I couldn't find any distinctive marks for that camera.
So if anyone out there who's listening to the podcast, I did post his document that's on Spellbound. If you have any theories of what year that camera is, post a comment in his documents and join, make sure you're on the podcast and catch Anthony or Mistress or Comp or me or anyone who's spoken today, and let's theorize about it. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
All right, thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and start shutting down this podcast. I just wanted to make a quick announcement about the things that are going to be happening. For that, I need to switch notebooks. Hold on. Okay, so if you look at my profile on Spellbound, you'll see a couple of social media sites that you would be like, wait, why does a podcast need an Instagram? Well, we now have Instagram. The first post was me right before I went to We Are Subject 3. They're Twitch streamers. Their names are Jordan and Angel. They're very sweet. They're part of the community. We love them. So go ahead, give them some love. That's twitch.tv/We Are Subject 4, all one word. Go ahead, give them some love. Make sure you're following them. But yeah, the very first Instagram post was me right before I actually starred on their Twitch stream this past. I was a guest. I want to say it was Tuesday or Monday. I can't remember. It's been one wild week. So look for the Instagram. Look for our Instagram. We're going to be posting some of our staff introductions. If you want to know more about our staff, like Nugs, Brandon, Xander, myself, we're going to go ahead and post a little stuff about us, so you can get to know us a little bit better. I also would like to announce that we also have a TikTok. There's nothing on there, but you can go and follow us. But there we're going to be posting highlights of the podcast, any bloopers that happen, because you all know Artemis now. By now, I'm very blooper-esque. There's a lot of bloopers in the last podcast that we filmed with Shades, because there's just something about Shades that I like to antagonize him. So
I think he antagonizes you first.
Yeah, and he knows it. Him and Brandon.
I need to watch the episodes too.
Yeah, it does come out on Monday. That's why the recordings are going to be kind of messed up on YouTube, because we're going to have this live stream first, and which is 2.7, and then we're going to jump backwards and go to 2.6 was 2.6 was We Split Up. That was season 2, episode 6. We split up. So we're going to be a little bit backwards. The podcast people, though, they're going to be right on track. They're going to be zooming along like just fine. So we do have our Instagram. We do have our TikTok. TikToks are going to be where our bloopers, highlights, or drops are going to be, little sound bites of funny things that happen in our podcast. We also, some of you do know, because Chanel was on with us last night, we do have a Twitch. Twitch is really exciting because we are going to go through the behind the scenes episodes that are given to us by Spellbound. Unfortunately, we are not going to do the season 2 behind the scenes, because that is only for premium members, and we want to be respectful of those who paid for that content to get that content. But we will be going, and we still haven't figured it out if it's going to be just me going through those episodes and going through theories, and just going through those episodes and building more theories that can support the theories that we have today.
Theories?
Like, for example, this past behind the scenes, it was Tanner interviewing Mike Badal, how he made that tape. And Mike Badal specifically said that he used a British accent for a character on that tape. And I believe that we do have more connections with British accents than people realize. So so that would be kind of our content. I'll be posting on our Twitter and on YouTube communities board more about those schedules of when we are going to be live on Twitch and when we are going to be live on YouTube. We're still trying to figure out how we are going to be doing this new schedule of 2 videos a week. My team and I are still trying to figure that out, whether we live stream Wednesdays, and then we record on Saturday, and Saturday's podcast will come out on a Tuesday instead of the Monday to give us a editing type. So we shall see. Well, there's a lot of things that are in the works, but we are very excited about our Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. So once again, you can find all those links either on our Discord, you can find it on our YouTube page, and you can also find it on my profile on Spellbound. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who is here on this podcast server. Thank you for this new, breaking it in that we are actually on our own server now, and we can actually build theories and shout out people that we want, and we can it's more designed and geared towards 863 and not just the entire community of Spellbound. This is specifically just 863. So okay, thank you so much, everyone. Did you guys want to say goodnight?
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. I don't know how to shut down the podcast stage. So if you guys want to go ahead and head over to General VC, that is a great place to go and continue the conversation. Thank you guys so much. Bye. I have to run and go shut off our stuff. So Roxa, do you know how to shut down the stage?
Help.
Help. Just shut it out and boot me out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Trying to see if I can figure it out.
Move to audience. Exit
Right click on it.
quietly.
Right click on recording room. End stage.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, we'll have to tell her when she gets back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna boot her. Bye.